Hello, my name is Ethan Wimer, and I research the effects the characteristics of soil have on an impoundment. Impoundments are constructed as earthen embankment dams which concentrate coal refuse and retain processed water containing coarse and fine coal refuse. Reclamation efforts on closed impoundments involve the addition of vegetation to the topsoil and cutting the hill so that water will disperse safely to the perimeter. Since the companies that made use of the impoundments are no longer liable for maintaining their integrity after they are closed, increasing the longevity of these impoundments is crucial. The goal of my research is to find what characteristics of soil, such as the soil's composition or the slope of the area, has the greatest effect on its rate of erosion, so that reclamation efforts in the future have the greatest long-term effects on the impoundments. In order to get the necessary data, the Water Erosion Prediction Program, or WEP for short, was used to simulate erosion. WEP is a program that allows the user to model a hill slope and then expose it to events such as storms or the passage of long periods of time and measure the effects those events had on a hill slope. Using data from a field report made by Sarah Dalen, a hill slope based off of the impoundment shown in Figure 1 was created in WEP and used as the control. Here is a depiction of that hill slope, as well as an example of the soil inputs. A normal distribution of Dalen's field data was then generated, made up of 100 sets of each input parameter for 2.4, 4, and 5% slope. Here is our normal distribution. Using the data gathered by putting all 300 hill slopes into one simulation, sensitivity values were calculated which gave insight on the magnitude of the effect each input parameter had on the slope's erosion. Using this data, sensitivity values were gathered by inputting them into the equation below figures 2 and 3. Using Microsoft Excel, t-tests were then performed in order to find the notability of the sensitivity calculations in the form of a p-value. The results of the sensitivity and p-value calculations indicated that their slope made no difference on the result of the runoff value, but had a notable effect on the amount of soil loss reported by the simulation. As for the input parameters of the soil, the runoff result was impacted by the effective hydraulic conductivity, while the soil loss result was impacted by effective hydraulic conductivity, the critical shear, and the percent of the composition made of sand. There was a noteworthy difference between the results of high and low slope grades among the sensitivity values of silt, critical shear, and cation exchange capacity for soil loss. These results indicate that the characteristics of soil that had the greatest effect on erosion are percent composition of silt, critical shear, cation exchange capacity, and the effective hydraulic conductivity. They also suggest a significant difference in soil loss between hill slopes with low and high grades, which agrees with the prediction and the results that states the higher slope is detrimental to an impoundment's long-term erosion stability. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation and have a great day.